King of the Hill on streets. There's one map I think Optic could really come back and start the comeback of this series on. It is this one right here. It favors power weapon control and sandbox effectiveness, and that's all Optic really is. And then it also kind of favors that structured setup. We'll see if FAZE's aggression can be stopped here as we get into this game number 4.
Renegade somehow has already made it towards the Optic tower with that Bulldog. Optic already find himself 2 down, and now Trippy and APG being surrounded. Love the aggression by APG and Trippy to play over toward the B side to get that early time, but FAZE will not be phased, and they take over once again. No more rockets, but the Stalker rifle might be just as dangerous here in this situation. That first progression, that first early lead is going towards FAZE.
I love Trippy's positioning there to put damage in from the heaven, but 2 go down for Optic. Make it 3 as Frosty is able to find that kill onto Lethal. Onto Lucid, and he gets another one onto Formal. Frosty's again. I just talked about this, able to run around and do whatever he wants. A perfect and a killing spree out of him. That's 5 and 1 for Frosty to start this game, and FAZE is halfway through capping this first hill.
And Renegade puts the Bulldog to work immediately, but not able to find the kill. That's going to be devastating here for FAZE, allowing Optic the opportunity to get control of the B side. Luckily, they have plenty of time. Slow the game down, get that first kill, then start to grind forward through it. That's exactly what Frosty is doing. You're seeing Renegade and Snake by pushing over toward the A side. Lucid ends up getting a double kill with the Sentinel Beam, and this push has been stopped. And now Optic might just take the early lead on this progression, and they might just run away with it. FAZE, will they sacrifice this time?
And we'll see how they're able to break this. We talked about that being one of the weak points with rockets coming up. It's very important that they do.
Killing spree.
2 kills on each side, but Optic gonna come out of the favor with this one. Snakebite trying to make something happen, but the overkill for Lucid. He gets rockets as well, and that's gonna be huge for this Optic roster because, oh, wait a minute. He missed a rocket, and Renegade now with the Stalker and the Bulldog to work with. I'm sorry, the Stalker and the rockets to work with.
FAZE simply waiting all the way down to the last second because prioritizing the rockets. They knew if they grabbed that rockets and had their timing just right, they could be able to push out and get Optic off of the B side of the map. Now you see them hop out of the hill just for moments while they get those slays over toward the C side. Love that play by them, but it looks like they're still not able to take over the subway side. They're gonna allow Optic to get into their setup. And now FAZE will have to break it. Stalker rifle and Bulldog in the hands of Trippy. And clearly he knows what to do with it. Taking down 1, works on the second. Frosty's now distracted, and that's gonna allow Lucid to finish him off. 4 down, go FAZE, Optic take control.
I love this regain by Optic. That's gotta be so mentally frustrating to miss a rocket like that and lose that first hill when you had full control, but they recover. They reset, recover, and now halfway through this second hill, but their first hill on the board. They get 2 down for FAZE, but are they able to capitalize on more?
Optic getting very aggressive here. Meanwhile, all that hill time is being swallowed up. Somehow Snakebite and Renegade are able to break through. They split up immediately. Snakebite on the commando side and Renegade over towards Ivy. Optic desperately trying to clear out the subway. Can't even hop in the hill for those final few seconds because they know that FAZE are around every corner. Trying to get me put to work. Lucid having no idea where he went, and that might cost them dearly because now Optic are going to have to force the break off of spawn.
Yeah, it's going to cost them because rockets are in the hands of Snakebite as well. Wait, he goes down there by Trippy. That's a huge kill by Trippy, but he gets traded out. 2 down for Optic. They're very close to getting this hill. Unfortunately, Renegade's gonna YY too many times. He loses rockets, but APG does waste 1, so not as damaging as it could be.
APG clearly angry at that wall. Gonna rocket it. That'll show him. Optic Gaming now getting favorable spawns here. You have Lucid and APG on the Ivy side of the map. 2 down for FaZe. They find themselves the hill. The third one is gonna fall as well. Optic just a few seconds away from taking it. A last-ditch effort by Frosty as he ends up going down. Should spawn up closer towards that next hill. Just like that, we're tied up at 1 apiece.
Hey, just watch how Optic gets all their kills. There's so much teamwork involved, and that's what I really mean when I say that that's where they're strongest. They've just got to utilize that a bit more. 2 down for FaZe once again. They've got FaZe on a little bit of a spawn cycle. They're going to potentially push these 2 stagger spawns right here. And as you can see, FaZe is separated. They killed 2. The rest are at Red Room. They're going to push onto those guys and potentially push onto the next spawn as well. This is taking control of spawns, and this is what Optic does so well.
What a play by Optic Gaming. The entire H side of the map has been wiped. And now FaZe are spawning all the way toward the opposite side. Snakebite tries to find some early damage onto the purple. The only thing that catches a beautifully placed grenade by Trippy. Once again, FaZe getting put back on the respawn screen. Rocket launcher coming up. Trippy puts the shotty to the body of Royal 2. Royal 2 pumped there as he's introduced back to the kill feed. Optic should be able to grab this rocket launcher, but FaZe are spawning and nobody in position.
One rocket is going to narrowly miss. It does hit the target, bring Frosty down to no shields, but he'll get those back in about 2 seconds or so. Looks like he has them back already. The second one's not going to do nothing. Renegade's going to get his kill. The trades are back and forth, but Optic on the bad end of this one as they're 3 down with Formal being the last man alive. Formal's in a position to get a huge kill right now. Can he do it? Yes, he can. But the trade does come through, and that means that FaZe get the spawns on PD.
The Bulldog and Thrust, normally a powerful combination, but Formal. Shots too tight, shots too good. Snakebite heads up hitting the black screen, and with that, it looks like Optic are gonna go up 2-1. This next hill, if Optic win it and we go to that bottom mid-side hill with a 3-1 advantage, that's gonna be game over. Optic are just gonna play 2 minutes or a minute or whatever is left of pure Slayer. FaZe need to win this hill.
They've got to be aggressive here, FaZe. Really starting to fall into the traps of Optic right now. Like I said before, being isolated. There is an isolated player right there in Renegade, an isolated player in Royal 2 and Snakebite, and Frosty in the middle of the map gets a double. All 4 dead for Optic out of nowhere. I didn't even see that happen. Frosty, he makes it happen, but the back A spawns are going to be favorable. Frosty's got to play his life here. He's got the Bulldog in hand. This is a huge weapon to have, but he challenges. And that means Formal has that Bulldog to utilize to potentially get these rockets with 3 dead for FaZe.
Optic normally a phenomenal King of the Hill team, but so far this year they've struggled. A 5-6 record so far in this year. But it looks like Optic Gaming are starting to figure it out. Right when it matters most, a 3-1 advantage in favor of Optic Gaming going towards that bottom mid side. There's only 1:20 seconds on the clock. Optic, if they want, they don't have to step foot in this hill. They can use it as bait and just simply play keep away. This is the hardest hill to capture in Halo Infinite.
Yeah, but when you got Slayers like FaZe has, it becomes really difficult. The double from Royal 2, but it's not going to be enough. 3 down for Optic. Trippy is still alive on that back C side. I love the overextension there by Frosty. That's going to block the spawns, but the PD spawns will come out because of that.
Stalker rifle in the hands of Renegade. Immediately puts it to work, down to 1 shot. 2 players go. Royal 2 has to come with the cleanups, and it looks like that's exactly what they're going to do. Out of ammo. Snakebite making a great play with that drop one. Formal decides he wants to try to get out and finds the exit. Sadly, Frosty was already covering that. Frosty covering the subway side as FaZe finally find this hill. Multiple members of Optic go up. Can they get FaZe out of the bottom mid?
Well, right now, Frosty's in the best position possible. Controlling bottom tram on this center hill is the most important place to be. But you see the rest of FaZe kind of running around trying to get these slays, and they're being stopped right now. 3 dead for FaZe. If Frosty goes down here, this is going to be an issue. Ends up staying alive, but I think it'll be oh my goodness gracious, he gets the perfect out of APG.
But FaZe are running out of time. Just 33 seconds to not only capture the rest of this bottom mid hill, but you also have to capture the B Street hill as well. FaZe are making plays, but they have to put it together. And as of right now, nobody in the hill form with the first one to go down. Frosty trying to put in shots with the Stalker. He knows he has to get in there and do as much damage as possible. He will trade out his life. FaZe are now making desperate attempts towards the zone here. Rockets in the hand of Snakebite. I believe Renegade has that Bulldog. Trippy coming out of nowhere with the Stalker rifle. He's gonna be chased away. Just 17 seconds, but they're in that zone. That clock will be stopped as long as they are. FaZe take that zone, but they need to work onto the B side as well. Your job is not done.
Yeah, it's these next couple kills that are gonna matter the most, but unfortunately Frosty does go down. FaZe is in the hill right now. They might get that red room spawn. They do on one of the players, but Frosty's gonna be the staggered player. Optic have to watch out for him because he's gonna get a beautiful spawn potentially on Tram. The defense is real strong by FaZe right now. They're a quarter of the way there, but will it be enough? Roll 2 goes down really early. That means they get 2. They're gonna go for more. As Renegade with a beautiful trade, but will it be enough?
It might be. Optic somehow end up going 3 down. FaZe end up in this hill right in the nick of time. All Optic have to do is just get him out of the hill for just 1 more second, but it looks like it may not come. It's a 2v2 situation. Nades are starting to go in. Renegade is taking the pivot against APG. There's 1 more player in the hill. That's gonna be Trippy, and Trippy makes a play. Double kill. 3-2 win.